Something else I thought I might mention on me never having anything is I did have two cars that I bought from working. The first car was a navy blue car, big old Buick with the white roof, and that was a real nice car. We used to go around riding around. The devil would swoop in on us, and I think for the first few devils, I don't know the exact count. I killed them by flipping the bird at them. And then after we killed so many of them, I did some body damage to the car, wrecked it on the front fender, driver's side, and back door, and the quarter panel, and fixed that front fender, painted it gray, and left the door and the quarter panel like that. Then we kept killing some more devils. Then after we killed all we could, then I ripped that back bumper off, and we killed all the devils we could with that. But there's a gas tank back there, so whenever they swoop in on us, uh, the gas tank would kill them. But how did I do it? A friend of mine, a Mexican friend, uh, runs around with me, and they don't particularly like uh, getting with the other races, but I don't particularly care what they like. That's their personal problem. But anyways, what I like to do is run around with the Mexicans because Dev always exposes himself, and there's a bunch of them. I couldn't remember any of them. There's always different ones. Like when I worked at the car wash, I'd try to get Mexicans around because Devil didn't like that, and he was always expose himself, see him. And there was a bunch of them. I couldn't remember them. 200,000 of them in big cities, 1 billion of them worldwide. I never could, never did see one twice, is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, yeah, that was the first car that I bought. I bought that from my grandma, so I got that one from my grandma. So grandpa had died already, but uh, he had it too when he was alive. But anyways, I didn't want to tell a little white lie about not having anything. So that was the first car. Big old Buick, big long Buick, navy blue with a white runner roof. And like I said, me and a Mexican friend of mine, we used to go out riding and cruising, and devils would swoop in on us. And I believe for the first ones, I just killed them by flipping the bird at them. Then we did the body damage, and we killed as many as we could then. And then, like I said, we ripped the back bumper off and killed as many of them as we could then. But the gas tank got the last ones. They swoop in on us, and the gas tank would kill them. But anyway, that was the first car. The second car I used when I was killing all the devils in the world. It's a brown Cutlass I got from one of the owners, previous owners, and I think I paid like $700 for it. But anyways, the transmission was slipping on it, and as long as you drive it right, you can keep driving, and the transmission be slipping and everything. And I used that when I killed all the devils in the world. And what I did was I put a big old expensive radio system in there, a real loud one. Used to ride around blaring the music and everything. And when the devil started lipping and stabbing me in the back and everything, going on for days saying I was doing this and I was doing that and everything, uh, I just punched the car, and the car didn't go nowhere. It just fried that transmission. And I was home all week while they were running their mouth. So that was part of killing all of them in the world. But anyways, I bought the car. The transmission was slipping it. And as long as you took care of it and everything, it would go on forever. And then, like I said, when we was ready to kill all the devils in the world, I put that big old expensive radio system in there. The real loud one. I love loud music, rock and roll. Yeah, check out some of the songs up there. But anyways, play it as loud as you can. But anyways, as long as you babied the transmission, it could go on forever. But when we was ready and they started badmouthing me behind the back, saying I was doing this and that, I just punched the car. Didn't go anywhere. Smoked like crazy. There was smoke all over the place. And that was the end of that transmission. And I was home all week, and they were out running their mouth. But anyways, that was part of killing all the devils in the world. But I didn't want to get into a little white lie about not having anything. I did have those cars there, and then I think I moved on to mom's and dad's car. Back in '92, the devil I was doing, I went back up there and saw him, and I bought a car, mom and dad's old car. Had the clutch fixed in it, and they let me have it. And I used it when I was working up there in '92 with the old devil. The old devil I was doing, the one that helped me kill all the devils in the world. But anyways, as soon as I lost the job, the car wound up being parked, and I let my brother have it so he could get rid of it. But yeah, I didn't want to tell a little white lie, but about not having anything. But I did have those cars there. Like I said, that first one I got from Grandma, we used to love to go riding around, cruising around, meet a Mexican friend of mine. And whenever the devil would swoop in on us, I just flipped the bird at him. And then, like I said, towards the end there, we had that bumper ripped off, and they would swoop in on us, and the gas tank would kill them. But we killed all we could, if y'all know the numbers. Perfect condition, and then body damage, fender, back door, quarter panel, fixed the front fender. And then, how many could you kill? And then rip the back bumper off. And how many could you kill? Well, that thing hit its maximum load. And then, like I said, I got that other car from one of the owners, and the first set of owners. And like I said, the transmission was slipping when I bought it. And as long as you babied it, it would run forever. But when we was ready to kill all the devils in the world, I put that real loud, expensive radio system in there. And when they started lipping and stabbing me in the back and everything, I just punched it and blew the transmission, smoke flying everywhere. And I was at home all week while they were running their mouths. But anyways, I didn't want to tell a little white lie about not having anything. So anyways, I had those cars. Like I said, I went back to work at the car wash in '92, and I bought my parents' old car. I had the clutch fixed. They let me have it. And as soon as I was through working there, I just parked it. No money for gas. And then my brother, I let him have it eventually, so he'd get rid of it for me. But anyways, I didn't want to tell no little white lie about not having anything, so I did have those. So anyways, I just didn't want to tell no little white lie there. So I guess that's all for now.